I've been to Denmark. I
Oh
performed over
yeah.
there. Yeah, yeah. And
What do you think?
what's up with you guys and hot dogs?
Oh gosh, that's the best thing ever, though. It's funny you say that because I just had a hot dog earlier this morning, or like for lunch, because we made it for 4th of July, so it's leftovers, and it is just not even comparable. Not even like I wouldn't even make a comparison between the two. It's like the American hot dog is like below, and then like a hot dog from Denmark is like God, it's the best you can get, and they're just everywhere,
Everywhere. Every
everywhere.
guy on the street, every grocery store,
It's
every
amazing.
gas station you stop at. It is like the only food. It's like the fast food.
Oh,
And,
it absolutely.
and can I explain to the audience that they do hot dogs a little differently? They don't slice the bun down the middle.
Why would you?
They clip the top off of it, and there's like a hole in the middle, and then they squeeze like your ketchup or your mustard or you guys are big on mayonnaise too, aren't you?
Yes. Yeah, well, we have the one called how do you know how to say it over here? But the one like the yellow one, we have a yellow one. It starts with an R. It's called in Danish. It's called remoulade, which is hard to. There's no
Yeah,
comparison.
I can totally understand that right there. Okay.
Well, anyway, I think you should continue because you did a good job explaining what it is.
But you take the hot dog and you basically, there's no other way to say it other than you fuck the bun. You take the hot dog and you push it into the bun, and it goes down like if you're watching me on YouTube right now, I'm doing like, when you're a little kid and you take your hand and you take your
Uh,
finger and you're like, "Ee, ee, ee." So you take the hot dog and you push it all the way down into the bun. And forgive me if I'm wrong, your hot dogs are like footlongs. They're
yeah,
not like
a good
our,
size. Yeah,
yeah, it's a long.
exactly.
When I was a kid, we ate foot long hot dogs and they were awesome. Now you never see them anywhere.
No, you don't.
But you take the hot dog and you push it all the way down, and just like the tip just sticks out the top. And then
That's what you eat.
I toured with 4 other comedians. One was this girl, Carmen Lynch, really funny comedian. And she stopped everywhere we stopped. She'd come out with a hot dog, and I'm like, "Would you stop eating those?"
That's funny. Oh, but they are good though. I really enjoy those. That's one of the beauties I miss over here is like not having hot dogs for sure.
Oh, there's so much that's so nice about Denmark.
There
You're very
is.
peaceful people,
I would like to think so. Yeah, I agree.
very intelligent.
Yeah, it depends who you ask, I guess. But yes, like you're right. Well, but you're right.
Wouldn't you say a very
I would
educated
say so. I would
population?
say no. I would say we are. Yes, I would say we are. Generally speaking, I would say we are. Yeah.
And because of that, like you have a little homelessness, if any.
I mean, we don't. Yeah, we don't have any at all. But it's hard. You know, that's one of those things. Like 10 years ago when I moved over here, all these things I didn't even pay attention. I didn't even. It's probably wrong to say I didn't care for it. I didn't even worry about it. I was just young, and it didn't really. It was not something that crossed my mind. But as you grow up a little bit older and you start realizing these things, man, I sound so old right now. But you start to realize these differences in the countries. And I don't know if you can necessarily make a comparison, but we really don't have any homeless. Like if you're homeless in Denmark, it's because you choose to. Like you really don't. Like you have a million options. If even if you don't have any options, so to speak, there's still options for you. So being homeless,
There's such a social safety net.
exactly, yeah, exactly.
We're in we're in America. You're homeless because you kind of went camping, tried
yeah,
meth, and then kept camping.
90% of the cases, that's exactly the reason.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So yeah, it's hard to make a comparison, but anyway, but long story short is there's a lot of beauties in Denmark, but that you also realize there's a lot of beauties over here too. That it's two different countries, two different
Sure.
cultures, and
Well,
yeah,
I'm not gonna lie to you. My issue with Denmark was everyone's good looking. I think are you the tallest people? I think maybe the
I
Dutch
d-
are.
no, I don't think we're the tallest, but we're up there at least. But I think that's just all. Yeah,
Everybody's good looking, everyone's nice, everyone's educated, but it's so homogenous that it's boring. It's like
I agree with that actually.
I
Yeah,
was really bored. And it's beautiful, the architecture is not, but
yes,
I can't remember anything from it. And I went just a few years ago because it was so there were the only crazy thing that happened, nobody believes happened to me. And even my cab driver didn't believe. That comedian Carmen and I went out one night to the bars after our show, and we're like, "Hey, let's go." And we went to some like courtyard area where all the nightclubs are, and we went to a few bars. And then we were leaving, and she got a hot dog, as she
of
does.
course.
And we're standing out there, and a guy comes up to me, and he said, "Do you have a light?" And I said, no, like he did it. He said it in Dutch. I didn't know what he said, or I mean, I'm sorry, in Danish.
Danish.
And I said, I don't know what you're saying. And he goes, and then he said in English, do you have a light? And I said, no, I'm sorry, I don't. I don't smoke. And he goes, what do you think? You're better than me? And I went, no. And then he was started to get aggressive, so I walked away with her. And the next thing you know, he picked up a bottle out of the trash can.
What?
And this is what every single person says to me from Denmark. They're like, no, this didn't happen in Denmark. He throws the bottle at my head, just misses my head, hits the wall behind me. And I'm
Jeez.
like, holy shit. So I want to get her out of the way to make her safe. So I kind
Uh-huh.
of get between her and I tell her, just run away, just go away. I'll make sure you're okay. And
Uh-huh.
then I wanted her to get away from me, and then I would try to get away.
Yep.
So she is kind of like not listening to me. And I'm like, Carmen, go. And so she finally gets the picture, and he's going to get another bottle. He goes into the trash can and picks up another bottle and throws it
It's
at me.
crazy.
I mean, this guy really needed a cigarette, I guess.
You're desperate.
So I start kind of getting away from him, and then I'm like, oh, he's far enough. It's okay. And then some guy comes up to me and says, hey, you know that dude that just threw the bottles at you? And I go, yeah. They go, he's coming at you with a flasker.
What? This is
And
crazy.
what's a flasker?
Well, I mean, a flasker. Try to say it again. Flasker. I'm assuming it's like like a little bottle, like you drink whiskey out of, or something like that. Like
But I think it was a broken bottle. Like he
Oh,
had,
that's what you're talking about, like upside down, like where you hold
yeah,
the handle
yeah,
and
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. So they're like, he's coming at you. And I look and I see him like coming through the crowd. And I'm like, oh my God. So Carmen has now flagged a taxi, and she jumps in and I jump in. And it's kind of like one of those, like, like you see in a movie. We're like, go, go, go. And the guy's like, oh, we're like, go. And he pulls away, and the guy's running at us. And so then the guy said, what happened? The taxi driver. And I told him the whole story. And he's like, nah, that didn't happen. And I'm like, what do you mean that didn't happen? And she's like, yeah, it just happened. And he's like, nah, not here in Denmark. No, that doesn't happen. He's like, we don't have people like that. And I'm like, maybe he came in on my flight from America. I don't know.
I was
Maybe
about to
he's one of
say,
my fans.
he's probably from Sweden or something like that. That's why.
I had no idea. Oh yeah. So you're right over the border from Sweden.
Literally, it's just a bridge away. Yeah, just a bridge.
Malmo. Is
Yeah.
Malmo the southernmost
Yep.
city? Okay.
Yep. Got it right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So do you guys feel like you're kind of Swedish, kind of Norwegian, kind of?
Yeah. I mean, in the eyes of America, European, like Europe is one country, right? So like you're
Yeah.
from Europe. That's basically where you're from. But then like even more specific, yeah, Scandinavia. Yeah, I think we have so many similarities that like no, we're different countries, but while we're different countries, it does seem like it's just they're so similar in a lot of ways. Yeah.
So why Iceland? What are you going there for?
My wife, Lawrence, over there.
Oh,
Soon to
because
be wife.
she's on a
Sorry,
super team.
yeah, exactly. Soon to be
I
wife.
think.
So yeah, she's been over there since January, right? So January, and she just came back. So she just left yesterday, and flying right now back to Iceland, actually as we speak. And then we've been doing distance, like just being away from each other for the past whatever it's been, 5 months now.
And you said you're not married yet? I thought you guys were
No,
married.
well, it's one of those things where we don't
Oh,
really like.
yeah,
It's
yeah,
COVID. COVID made it complicated.
yeah.
So September 9th, if a war in Ukraine, not all of a sudden is just putting a stopper, but if supposedly if COVID and a war is not like being in our way or whatever it may be these days, then we will have a wedding on September 9th.
Well, congratulations. That's
Thank you,
amazing.
thank you.
And you guys have been dating for a long time. I
It's been a while.
imagine.
It's. I hope Lauren's not listening, but it's been 7 years, coming up on 8 soon, I think.
Wow. Wow.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
think me and my wife, it was a year, but now we've been together for like 10 years. So
Goes
uh,
quick. Goes quick.
yeah, it does go quick. Where are you guys getting married? In San Diego?
No, in Santorini. We decided to
Oh,
like work for
wow.
this random place. Yeah. No, why Santorini? We've been there. We were there a couple of years ago. We thought it was beautiful. We quickly in and out. We felt like if we're doing in San Diego, then my whole side of the family had to travel over. If we did Denmark, it would be the opposite. So we're like, why? Let's do this middle ground that both families have to travel to, and then like we'll make it a little bit more just small wedding and have the people we
That's
really
awesome.
care for them. Yeah, so it'll be
That'll be
fun.